Hello guys, and welcome to another TKG Games tutorial. This tutorial is going to cover the asset store, importing assets, and exporting assets. So let's go ahead and actually open up Unity. And we're going to create a new project. I'm going to call it Import, Export, and Store. You can call it whatever you want. Let's go ahead and let Unity actually build the project. Alright, so once this is done, you should have your one scenes folder created already with the sample scene inside of it. And then you should have the asset store tab either open, or it should be right next to your game tab, next to the scene tab. Either one could be open. So if it's not open, just click on it to open it up. So in Unity, the easiest way to actually get a package is to go through assets and then go through import package. And you can import one of the packages that Unity already provides for you. So you can get the 2D, the camera, the character package, the cross-platform input package. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and do the character package. And what it's going to do is going to bring up all of the files or components that make up this character composition, all right? And what we can do is we can pick the ones that we want to download by either deselecting everything and just picking everything one by one. So let's say we only want the foot sounds for our own characters. We can go ahead and get those and just import that into our project. Or we can go ahead and get everything and import that. So what I'm going to do is just import everything, okay? But you can always pick and choose what components you want to import. And then when you do that, it's going to go ahead and add in a standard assets folder into your assets directory. You go to console, and this will give you all of the list of things that are wrong with that package. Typically, this might just be warnings, and you can see here that we have one red. I'm going to go up here and see if I find it. It's saying player something something. So what I'll do is I typically just clear it out, and then I'm going to go into the play button here and click on the play. If that actually goes ahead and works, then I typically will leave it alone. I don't want to change stuff unless it's really required, okay? So now that we've done that, we've seen how to actually get a package from Unity's package manager, right? So what we want to do next is we want to actually use the asset store. So what you would do is you just click on the asset store, and let's say we wanted to get something. So we wanted to get a character or a skybox or something like that. So we'll type in skybox and hit enter. All right, so this is going to do is this is going to give us all of the skybox that the asset store or other people have actually put on the asset store, either for free or for a price, okay? So you look at the ones that you want. You can click on it to see, you know, what you're looking at. So it gives the contents, the size of the content, the number of files, and all that good stuff. All right, but what I want to do is I want to get a skybox that is free. Okay, I don't want to pay for anything. So we can go up here to price, and we can slide this all the way to 0 and hit apply. And what this is going to do is going to go ahead and give us all of the skybox that are free. All right. So what we can do is that we can go ahead and pick a new skybox, right? So what I'm going to do is, instead of using skybox, let me go ahead and do textures, okay? So I want to look at textures, and I want to look at free textures. Okay, so this is free, and I'm going to go ahead and get this one right here. Okay, so right now this is showing import because I already imported this before, okay? So what I want to do is I want to show you guys what happens if I hadn't downloaded that texture before. So let me go to a new one right here, and I'm going to do this Rocky texture pack. So what I want to do is we would first download this first. So we hit download. And this is going to go ahead and download. Once this is download, then we will get that import button. Okay. So it's downloading. Alright, now we have this import button showing here. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to click on here. And now we have that import button because I did this before sometime today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and import this. So just like always, you can either select everything. You can only select the ones that you need. So here they have a scene, right, that pretty much showcase how this material looks like, or this texture looks like. I don't want that, so I'm going to deselect it. So now when I import this, it will be added into the assets folder. However, I will not have that scene folder that was created before. I will just have the texture and the material. Okay. So how we know that this actually works? We can apply this to some object. So I'm gonna go into the scene here, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a cube, right? And all I'm gonna go into this hand, paint it, and go into the material, and then I'm gonna just drag this and drop this. Okay. So now we have a cube with a material on it, and we can rotate and see how that looks. All right. Probably we need to adjust some of the things in here in the material setting, but for now we're not concerned about that. Okay, that's going to be for another tutorial. All right, so now that we're done with this, I'm going to show you guys more things about the asset store. Okay, so now that we're here, by the way, the asset store was redesigned as of Unity 2018. Okay, so there is an old asset store. This is for people that have been using Unity from when the store was added in, and it had a different look before. All right, I'm not going to go ahead and show you guys because I think that it's better to just stick with the new asset store. It looks better, it's more cleaner, and it's better to just learn things that are new than to go into the old ways. So I'm gonna not go ahead and show you guys that. However, I'm going to show you guys when you guys do purchase your packages, if you wanted to go ahead and see your list of orders, you can go here. This will have the order number and some other stuff on there. And this is going to have, for my list, this is going to be for the things that you actually add into your favorites, or your things that you had packaged. Right, so I think I had this thing called package, and I had something in there. This is for stuff that you want to add to like your favorites and stuff like that. Okay. However, if you want to see the stuff that you bought with your own money or that you downloaded for free, this is added in under my assets. Okay, so click on that, and you guys can see here. This is all of the things I've downloaded from when I started using Unity to now, or the things that I bought, which it's not that much. I mean. But the thing is that most of the time you're going to spend money if you want to make a game. There's just so many components in Unity that it takes so much time to try to create a lot of things by yourself. So sometimes I rather just get something for a reasonable price. So I remember last year I was making a zombie game and I needed this character here. So I got this character, and it was a good one here. I had a mixture of zombies and stuff like that for a class. Here I needed an FPF, like a shooting this thing, and I got this. Yeah, so you have release trees, you have the items package. Here I was working on animations, and I needed something with to work with animation controllers and stuff like that. And then I used this one for a boss for one of my projects. So yeah. So now that we have seen this, so let's go ahead and actually import one of this. Okay, and just like the store, what we want to do is we want to look at what package what we want. All right, so I used this for a game where I was working on a side scroller, and what you want to do is you want to hit download, and it will go ahead and download that package for you. All right, and then you want to do import. right? And this is going to go ahead and bring up all of the stuff that are inside of this this assets folder, all right, or inside of the package you want to download. Now I'm going to keep everything just like the other stuff. You can go ahead and only select the ones that you need. I'm going to select everything and I'm going to hit import. Okay. So now this is going to go ahead and add this deadly hazard and obstacles assets into my game. I'm going to go into the artwork here so we can see all of the artwork that are inside here, which is a lot. I don't remember how much I bought this for, but there are a lot. And what you can always do, you can customize this using some other photo editing tool, and then re-import this into your projects, right? So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and actually export this. So let's say I wanted to use this for another project. I am going to export this folder so that we can have it as a Unity package so that we can re-import it. Okay, so how do we do this? First of all, what you want to do is either you highlight the folder and you go into the assets at the top here, go into assets at the top here, and then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to export package. Okay, so you can either go here, you want to export package, or you can right click right on it and go to export package. Now make sure you include all the dependency here, so we want to click on this and include all dependencies. Okay, now go ahead and hit export. So this is gonna come over here, and I'm gonna do here is just create a folder here, and I'm gonna call this danger. Okay, danger package, and I'm gonna just put, now let me put Unity danger package and change to a D. Alright, so let's go ahead and create that, and now what we're gonna do is we want to give it a name for the package. So I'm gonna call this I'm gonna call this danger. Alright, doesn't matter what you call it as long as you give it a name. Alright, so now what just happens is we created a danger package here, right? And what I did was I mistakenly didn't click inside of our folder. So what I want to do is I'm just going to drag this and drop it in here. Alright, so now it's inside of the danger folder. So what I want to do next is I want to go back into our assets folder here, and I'm going to go ahead here and delete this here. So we take it out, and now what I want to do is I want to re-import that assets folder that we deleted. All right, so what I want to do, go to assets, and you want to go to import and custom package, or you can go ahead here and right click and go to import and custom package. Once you do that, go ahead into the folder that you have the custom package and right click on the custom package and hit open. And it's going to go ahead and bring up that same package menu with all the stuff that you can get into your project or omit. Then go ahead and hit import. And then you can see that that package has been imported with all of the artwork that we had there before. Alright, so now we can reuse this somewhere else because we have that package outside saved somewhere that we can always get back. Also, you can always get it back from the asset store, right? Because we got this from the asset store first, so you can also do that as well. All right, so the last thing is to get things that you may get from like an artist or from the internet, or it could be a picture that you took shots of you want to use for your game. It could be an array of different things. All right, so what I want to show you guys is how to get an asset into your game. Okay. So what we want to do is we can either right click here and go to import new asset, or we can go into the assets here, and go into import new asset. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go into my desktop here, and you guys can see that I do have what do I have here? I have some scripts here that I can import. I have some pictures here. But what I want to do is I want to import this sound right here. This is what I typically would use for my YouTube videos. when I want to sound over, or if the background noise is like really crazy, because I have like planes flying over my house sometimes while I'm recording. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and import this clip sound, and this is typically like my background music for my YouTube videos. Just give it some time, and that will go ahead and add things in. Alright, so now that we have this clip here, we can go ahead and create a folder to put it inside. I'm gonna call this sounds, and then we can just drag this clip here and drop it in sounds. Alright, so to use our sounds, we know that we can go into any object in the scene, or we can create a custom sound manager. It all depends on you. We can create a serializable, we can use another class to this thing to keep track of the sounds that we want to play for our games. All right, so we can create a data asset or something like that to do it using scriptable objects. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and just add in an audio source. So audio source should come up, and then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and pick that sound, and then if we could just go ahead and actually play our scene, because it's gonna play on awake. We should hear that playing because we have this audio source component attached to the game object in the scene, and now we can play that sound. All right, the reason why I was showing you guys how to do this tutorial is because eventually I will be doing more advanced tutorials, especially with like animation systems and jumping systems and all that good stuff. And I will be reusing most of the assets that I either download from the asset store or I get from online or from a friend of mine. Okay, and this will be it for this tutorial. So I hope you guys actually liked it, and it was very informative. If you like it, please subscribe and like. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye.